All right, guys. I think last week we did some sell ideas. I'm totally not sure. But what would you guys like? Would you guys like some buy ideas or some sell ideas today? You guys tell me. What do you guys need help on? Are you guys having trouble with some sells? Or are you guys having trouble with some buys? Oh, y'all quiet. Shawnee, what's good? Shawnee, talk to me. What should we what do you want to do? Buys or sells?
Hey, Vinny. I'm kind of cool with either one. It's more of the pattern, really being able to recognize the pattern for me. But whether it's a buy, sale, it's just a pattern I have a hard time recognizing sometimes.
Okay. Arlie gave us some buys, so let's go ahead. Appreciate you, Arlie. All right, guys. Let's go ahead. So anytime we're looking for buys, guys, we need to see structure being formed. That's going to help us the best, right? If you guys are new, in order to look for buys, we like to see market structure being formed, giving me higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, right? This continues over and over and over again, right? So in order to look for buys, we need breakage structures to the upside, right? We need to see BOSs. These are bullish BOSs. So let's go ahead on top, right? So anytime we want to look for buys, guys, this is what we need to see. We need to see the market continuing up, giving breaker structures to the upside. So anytime you see a breaker structure happening, a BOS, this is telling us the market wants to continue. And we call those continuations, right? Anytime we see a BOS, that is a continuation move, right? So as the market breaks out and breaks and closes above here, we're trying to capitalize, right? When we see this happen and we're able to identify, oh dang, the market just broke structure to the upside. It wants to continue up. So we're trying to capitalize as the market comes back down. We're trying to catch it so we can go ahead and take it back up. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a two if that makes sense. You guys can y'all can give me a thumbs up if you guys are brave enough to throw your cameras on. Right? Twos. Awesome. Right? So how do we capitalize on the market down here? Well, when we see this break of structure to the upside, guys, and we're able to identify that, we have to go ahead and put on our inspector gadget glasses and look for the clues that the market left behind in here. Right? We have to go ahead and look for those clues. Right? So when the market leaves us that clue, we have to go ahead and identify that. And we wait patiently for the market to come back so we can go ahead and execute on this trade and continue that market up. Right? So this is what we need to see. We need to see breakup structures to the upside. Right? So let's go ahead. I'll draw this. I'll leave this here for now. And then we'll see if we can fit it in with the drawing later. We'll make these blue because on levels, the boxes are blue. Awesome. So let's move this out the way. This was a pretty decent example. All right. So let's go ahead and identify that structure. My computer is already glitching. Give me a second, guys. All right, let's move that down here. Awesome. So let's go ahead. The market is bullish right now, right? This is good for us, but we need to see the market create structure. Okay. So let's go ahead. We'll make this some bearish candles. Awesome. So now the market is dropping down, giving us a pullback, creating structure, right? So right now what we have is higher high and higher low. So in order to get a buy opportunity, we need to see the market break and close above this zone here, right? So what I like to do is I like to draw lines, guys, because when you have your chart marked up, you literally have the market trapped and all you have to do is wait, right? If you're someone who if you don't like to draw lines, then you may be confused on what the next move is. You may be confused on what you're waiting for exactly, right? But when you have everything marked up, you're just waiting. So at this point, I need a break of structure, need BOS for buy opportunity. I need a break of structure to the upside. in order for me to look for buys, right? So let's go ahead. The market's starting to go our way now. Make this green. All right, bet. Let's go. Market is starting to go our way now. Now, we still haven't got a breakage structure to the upside, right? So let's say the market rejects off this zone and starts to pull back a little bit. And then what do we have next? The market is starting to rally up. Let's actually just make a couple of candles, right? The market is starting to rally up. So we finally got that breakage structure we're looking for. Oops. We finally got that breakage structure. So let's go ahead and update this. All we have to do is update BOS, right? BOS. So let's go ahead and leave that there. Now, what's that clue I was talking about, right? What's that clue I was talking about that we can go ahead and capitalize on, right? Once we see this breakage structure to the upside, guys, right? Once we can identify this, we need to find the last selling candle before the breakout rally, right? The last selling candle, right? My selling candles are red and my buying candles are green. So we need to look for the very last selling candle before the breakout rally, right? Now, a lot of people will see this first rally and will think that this is the starting point. But remember, we need the starting point is the last selling candle before the breakout rally. So because we did have a rally here and we pulled back, right? We pulled back. Welcome, Justin. First time on the levels call. Let's go. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, guys. Right. So once we pull back, notice how we pull back and then we get that breakout rally. So our starting point is going to be this last red candle right here. All right. Give me a 1 if that makes sense, guys. Awesome. So let's go ahead and box that up. This is going to be our buy zone. This is our buy opportunity right here, right? So let's go ahead. Once we find our starting point, guys, once we find our buy opportunity, we need to go ahead and find the lowest wick in this area, right? So let's go ahead. We'll put a little wick right here. Bam. This is going to be our stop loss. Right there. My stop loss. Awesome. So this is it, guys. Let me move this out the way. Right? This is it. Right? We're waiting right now. We should have an alert set right here. Right on top, right above my buy zone, a couple pips above. I cannot speak right now. Right, a couple pips above. You want your alert right there. I personally I don't like to have my alerts right on top of my buy zone because I might get in late. You know, there's times where that wick is coming or that candle is coming, and then it touches and it's gone. Right? I want to be notified ahead of time. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a 5 if that makes sense. I want to be notified ahead of time. So it's okay if it's above. You know, you can give yourself some room, give yourself some time to get to your phone, get to your setup, get to your desk, right? Go to the restroom if you're at work. You know, it's your 5th bathroom break today, and you're just looking at charts all day, right? Give yourself some room and time to get to your setup, right? So boom, my alerts are right here. So now we're waiting, guys. It's a waiting game. This is my setup right here. My stop losses at this red line. My entry, guys, this blue zone is a buy zone, right? So whether you enter at the very, very top of the zone or at the 50%, that is totally up to you, right? I like to enter at that first touch. I know Daniel likes to enter off the first touch. Josue likes to enter off the first touch. I know Miguel likes to enter at that 50. I know Krista likes to enter at the 50. I know Long likes to enter at that 50, right? Stay consistent with what you like. Does that make sense, guys? It's optional, right? It's optional. But one thing for sure is you should not be entering 2 trades. Pick one and stick to it. When I say they're both buy zones, or you can both buy there, right? I'm not saying buy here and buy here. No. Either pick one at the top or pick the bottom or pick the middle, and that's it. Does that make sense, guys? Pick one, whether it's the top or the bottom, right? So let's go ahead. And we're looking for a minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward. That's it. That's all we need is a minimum 1 to 3, right? If you're advanced and you know exactly what we're looking for, then awesome, right? But minimum 1 to 3 is all we need, guys, right? So this is it right here. We have our alert set. We're waiting, and we're waiting for market to come back. Boom. Market is starting to head, and we still haven't even done nothing, guys. We haven't done much, right? We're chilling right now. The market's on its way. Let's create some structure. We'll erase that one. Structure gonna be too big. All right. Let's continue this. Little drop. Bow. All right, now let's see. I need another one. Boom. Our alert has been hit, guys. Our alert has been hit. Awesome. Let's go. We should be at our desk. We should be in the restroom, ready to take a trade. You know what I'm saying? We should already be ready, right? Our alert has been hit. Okay. So now the market is in my buy zone, guys. Now at this point, whether you're in at the first touch or the 50%, boom, you're in, right? You are in. So what we're waiting for next is for market to go and break and close and continue to go our way, guys, right? That's exactly what we're looking for off of the starting point. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a 2 if that makes sense. Now, this is the reaction that we would like to see, right? But how do we know when the market is actually going to go our way, right? This is what we want to see, but how do we know, right, when the market really wants to go our way? Let's go ahead and backtrack real quick. So as the market is dropping down, guys, dropping to my zone, right? Dropping to my zone, I want to see that stair-step market structure. Stair-step market structure, lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. Does that make sense, guys? All the way down to my entry. This is what I want to identify. Does that make sense, guys? I want to see this on the way down, right? So let's go ahead. Notice how we got this little stair step right here. We have a little drop and a pullback. We have lower low, lower high. Notice how we drop again. Boom, we create a new low. So we have a break of structure to the downside. BOS to the downside. Now, this is going to help us out a lot, guys, especially if you're new. I know this may be a lot right now, but I would watch. Just watch very detailedly, right? With an eye on you. And then when you watch the recording, you can take some good notes. All right, but this is how we identify the confirmation. When the market wants to go up, right, this helps us with some confirmation. So notice, so we have a break of structure to the downside. Now, we need our change of character line, guys. Need change of character for buy opportunity. Right? Now, a change of character. Let me just break this down real quick. So when the market is heading down, creating lower lows and lower highs, we have a lower low, lower high, lower low. Now, these would be BOSs, right, to the downside. Now, as soon as market wants to go ahead and break and close above one of these highs, that's now called a change of character because market is changing direction, right? So notice how we went from dropping down to now starting to flow to the upside, creating higher highs and higher lows. Now notice how we're continuing in an uptrend, right? So all of these would be BOSs because we're continuing higher. But as soon as we start to break and close below this, it's now called a change of character because market is changing direction. So we would start to look for market making lower lows, lower highs, and continuing down. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a 1 if that makes sense real quick. And I'll break it down right here as well. Right, so notice, market didn't break and close above. If we were going to change character, market would need to go ahead and break and close right here. But we continued down, right? We made a new low, new high, and we continued down. So we have a new break of structure to the downside. Boom. So let's move this tight to this market, right? I want to be as close to the market as possible, right? Notice if this is live price, I want to be notified that market is changing direction right away, right? I don't want it to be far from the market, because what if the market gives me this change of direction, it comes back and gives me this move and it's gone, and now I'm waiting for another move. I could have caught it down here, but I didn't adjust my line, right? I need to have that line as close to the market as possible, right? Which would be at this lower high. We got lower low, lower high. I need this line right here. We drop lower. Now we are waiting for the market to break and close above for extra confirmation, right? So let's go ahead. Keep erasing that line, bro. Boom. Extra confirmation. So we could be in test trade. We talked about test trades last week, right? We talked about test trades last week, right? So once we get this change of character, guys, we can now start looking for a confirmation trade, right? First touch, I like to enter the first touches off every zone with an under leveraged trade. Like I'm under leveraging. It's not a 1% trade. It's maybe 1/4%, a fifth of a percent. Like I'm literally breaking it down to like as small as I can go, right? And still make some money off of it, right? So my first touches, guys, are always small lots. Okay. Now, once we break and close above, this gives me extra confirmation market wants to now go my way. So I can go ahead when market wants to come back, I can now enter a heavier lot that fits my trading account, right? So we can continue higher. Does that make sense, guys? Awesome. So as the market's going up, we can even consolidate for a minute, right? The market may be going higher, but we still haven't broken and closed above this line yet. Oops. Above this line yet, right? The candle can be all the way up here, all the way up here. But if it doesn't close above, it's not a change of character. If it just leaves a line, a little wick, and it looks like this, that's not a break and close above. We need the whole candle, the whole body candle above that black line, right? Not just the wick, because trust me, guys, you're going to see sometimes where the candle is looking massive. It's definitely above your black line. But then at the end of the hour, it's looking like this, right? And it just leaves a wick. And then some people will get into some sells or some buys, and then they end up getting clapped because it never gave the confirmation and it continues going down, right? So we need this break and close above. We need that. So let's go ahead. Let's say the market pulls back. Market starts to pull back a little bit. And then what happens? News hits, the market starts to go in our favor. Boom. We get the break and close above, guys. We get that break and close above. And that just told us that the market wants to start going higher now. And that gave us this change of character, right? Give me a 1 if you guys are with me right now. I'm trying to make this as detailed as possible for you guys, especially for your notes, right? If you guys take notes, you guys should all be taking notes, by the way, every single one of you, right? So look, guys, our first buy opportunity, boom, we smashed TP. Our test trade, boom, we're already up. We're smashing TPs, right? We're good. Now we're looking for a heavier lot, right? That was just a test trade. As soon as we got this confirmation, this now tells me I could throw down a heavier trade. Okay, so we have the breakout rally that just happened, which means we have to follow that breakout rally back down to the starting point. the last selling candle before the breakout rally, right? So we got 1 candle, 2 candle, boom, right here. This is my starting point. Boom. So that's my next buy zone. That's one of my next buy zones right there. Where's the lowest wick? Where's my stop loss for the starting point, right? If you like the starting points, guys, this is your next buy opportunity right here, right? Your next buy opportunity is right here. Boom. Who likes trading off the starting points? Anybody like trading off the starting points? None of you guys like trading off the starting points? I like the starting points because starting points is where you catch the real move, the head, right? Like you catch this move off starting points, right? You catch those types of moves off starting points, right? And then when it comes back, I like to usually catch the shoulder, but the starting point is an option as well, right? So we have the starting point as one option. Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? We talk the same language, you and I, you know, a little different, but it's, it's the same type of thing, bro. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you for saying that. Right. So boom, guys, check me out. That's one option we could take right there. Now, my second option, and this is why I like marking up the structure like this. Notice how we have the last BOS. We have 1 BOS, 2 BOS, right? And then the market changes direction. BOS to the downside, and then we change direction. This break of structure right here, guys, is going to be your left shoulder. Left shoulder. Right? Now the head's going to be the move that caught the starting point right here. So that's my stop loss to the head and shoulder. My goodness. Put that on do not disturb. So I would be looking for this area right here as my head and shoulder, guys. And it kind of looks like when you start to see it, right? We have shoulder, head, and then market changes direction. Now, everybody has 2 shoulders. So when the market starts to come back, we're looking to take opportunities off of this gray box right here and continue the market up. Give me a 2 if that makes sense, guys. So your next entry would be something like this. Minimum 1 to 3s, right? And again, sometimes it could be consolidation, guys, right? It's not always going to look this clean. I draw it this clean for a reason, so it could be easy to see. But what if we have consolidation? What is consolidation called, guys? What do you call consolidation, guys? What is that in the market? Liquidity, right? Right. So this is liquidity in the market. Now, as soon as the market sweeps that liquidity and changes direction, boom, the market that was just the liquidity that was just swept, that's my left shoulder, right? That's my left shoulder. So when the market wants to come back this way, I'm looking to take buy opportunities and send it back up. Does that make sense, guys? Right? This is how we look at the market, guys. This is how I like to look at the market. It's very, very simple. It's very simple. If you can take the notes and you mark it up like this, guys, I promise you it starts to become easy. But when you try to remember everything in your head and then try to apply it, you don't have none of the blueprint on you. I promise you guys, like I take my time to draw this stuff as detailed as possible for you guys, right? I'm pretty sure how guys, has this ever happened to you before? You guys hop on a call with myself, Neri, Oren, Mike, and you watch and you're like, bro, I can do this. I can do this. And then you go back and you try to mark it up yourself and you start to feel a little confused or lost. Has that ever happened to you before?
Yep.
And I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, it's because you never took notes and you were just stuck watching. Right. But when you take the notes, you literally have the blueprint on you. So take the time to take notes, whether you have to watch the recording again, especially when it's a fire session, watch it. Have your eyes glued, follow their every move. Whatever educator you watch, follow their every move, right? You're trying to copy their style, follow their every move, especially when it's a fire training, right? And then take the time to go back and take some notes, draw a little bit, and have all that stuff right there with you. So when you go back to marking up your charts, yes, I will post this on the YouTube, right? When you go back to marking up your charts, you're going to have the blueprint on you. And I promise you guys, when you do that, it starts to become that much easier. And you start to cut your own learning curve, right? I promise you, right? Guys, do you have any questions? If we have some new people in here, I'm sure you have some questions. Feel free to ask, right? We love questions in here. Do not be scared. It's okay. If you want to send me a direct message, we can do that as well. But this is what we're looking at. Does anybody have any questions, fam? Change of character, yes. Awesome. So let's go ahead. Notice how anytime we continue to break structure to the downside, I'm not sure, it says Etni? Is that what it is? Or what's your name, if you don't mind me asking? Etni? Okay. Well, anytime we continue to break structure, Etni, right, we can see it's clearly dropping down to the downside, right? We can clearly see it's continuing to drop down. So these would be considered BOSs. And anytime we see these BOSs, we have to think continuation. Why? Because the market is continuing down. Does that make sense? And this can happen for a long time. The JPYs, the yens, anything tied to the yen right now, right, is just continuing to go up. So it's obviously the opposite of this, but it's continuing to drop and continuing to rise. BOS, down candle, down candle, breaking under previous down candle. BOS, down candle, breaking under previous down candle. I'm not, did I say that? No, I would not put that, because it's about structure, right? These are lower lows and lower highs. If you're talking about my candle drawing, I'm more focused on the lower highs and the lower lows, not the candles, right? If I mark up on levels, will it save? Yes, there is a save section. It's right here, actually, right there. And if you go to the student section, you can actually save your charts there as well, right? But back to Etni, right? We are continuing to drop down, right? These would be considered BOSs because it's continuing to drop. Now, as soon as we break and close above, right, we were continuing down. But once we can start to break and close above, that now gave us a change of character, right? You can think of this as change of character or change of direction, because it did. It literally went from flying down to now starting to go up. Does that make sense, Etni? Awesome. So you can use change of character or change of direction. Either one of those works fine. So once this happens, now you're going to start seeing the market, start going up and now get those BOSs to the upside, right? BOS, it's continuing to go higher, right? So let's mark these up. BOS, and then we continue, right? We had continuations. We had BOSs, which made the market continue to go higher. Now notice how every time we continued, we never broke and closed below. We never closed below. We never closed below. We never closed below. But as soon as we get the market,
I have a question.
What's up, bro?
Each time we mark the BOS, right? So
yes,
we always have there like a starting point, right?
Say that again one more time.
So each time we mark the BOS, like
Yeah.
maybe at the start of the BOS to the structure.
Yes.
So do we always have a starting point always?
Yes.
Because
Yes. Every time we break structure, we'll always have a starting point.
okay, nice.
Correct. Yes. Good question, bro. Good question. Yes. So like anytime, you notice how we continue to break structure, boom, we find the breakout rally. We find the very last selling candle and we take opportunity. Same thing down here, right? All throughout here. We try to look for our starting points. We try to look for our starting points. Right? Even when the market is selling, we try to look for our starting points. Anytime we get breaks to structures, we look for our starting points. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. And then look what happens. Anytime we break and close below, that just gave us a change of character. So the market was going up and then changed direction to the downside. Does that make sense, Etney? Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Any questions? Any questions before we continue to the live market? I need some water now. We're good? All right. Let's go. Let's do this. All right, cool. Let's go to the student section. Let's see what's popping in the student section. So the terms are defined differently. What do you mean by that, bro? You talking about like smart money and levels? Yes. Yes. BOSs is for continuations. And then change of direction is for when market actually starts to go from up to down. Right? Does that make sense? So you only use change of direction when the market goes from up to down. Other than that, market continues to go up, we're continuing to use BOS. Market continues to go down, we're continuing to use BOS. Does that make sense? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so we're in the student section right here. We can save all of our pairs, right? 4 hour. Let's take a look. All right. Oh, snap. I wonder if are these his notes? I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's take a look, guys. What do you guys want to look at today? What caught your guys' attention this week? Do you guys take dubs or losses? Let me see. What do you guys want to look at? Gold. Gold, gold, gold. Damn.
That's a crazy wick right there. Sheesh.
Right here?
No, this one. Oh wait, can I annotate this one right here? That's a crazy.
Yep. That one took everybody out. Not only that, it was kind of expected a little bit because, I mean, not expected, but we're expecting the market to come down, right? We got to break a structure to the upside. And then our starting point was right here. It just ended up smacking stop loss because our stop loss would have been right here. And then it continued up. So that one was definitely a loss for sure. If you took the, a big trade first touch. Well, let's see if we could look at the 5 minute.
Sheesh. That's crazy. Like
That's pretty freaking nasty, to be honest. That's freaking sick. That was news today. That was news. Oh, snap. Look at this, bro.
that was NFP news, I believe. That's crazy.
Look at this, dude. The only thing is it would be more of like, oh, this is a straight up starting point. Straight up starting point. Look at this. We break and close above with one wick, right? Or one candle, right? 2 candles right here. but it was mainly this big ass one right here. Mainly this big ass one. We have a breakout rally to the upside. Breakout rally. Can you guys see the breakout rally? Yes or no? If you can't see it, let me know. I can't zoom in anymore. I mean, I can. Breakout rally. Right? Now look, check this out. Check this out. This wick took everything out, right? Everybody who was trading, trying to catch moves all right here throughout the night and morning, right? But the news wick took them out. But look at this, guys. Now, again, this, if we go up to the higher time frame, this wouldn't be considered a break of structure, but this would be considered a liquidity sweep. Let's zoom out real quick. We'll delete this. All that happened within in the minutes, yes. So look, this would be more of a liquidity sweep. We can see market is actually consolidating from left to right inside of this zone, right? But notice market clears all this money that was being built up inside of here. Money was being built up inside of here, right? And then market sweeps down and runs up. So this is a head and shoulder along with a starting point. Check me out. Look at this. Consolidation is your shoulder, right? Now look at this, guys. This massive wick is your head. And then the market changes direction. When you see this, guys, you have to mark it up because the market doesn't move like this regularly. That's not supposed to happen like that. That's news, right? That's market manipulation. So when you see that, find your setup. Look at this, guys. Even though this is a stupid, nasty wick, right? Even on the 15-minute, we caught the play. Do we have a breakout? Do we have a breakout, guys? I'll zoom in for you. Do we have a breakout? Yes, right? Where's my last selling candle, guys? Who can help me find my last selling candle?
Near the wick.
Ah, Kenny. That's my boy, Kenny. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's my last selling candle. Look at this, guys. Starting point entries. Starting point. Oh, snap. And y'all don't even like starting points like that? That was today. You could have caught today's move. Boom. I mean, don't get me wrong. Your stop loss is ugly. Can't deny that. can't deny that shit, bro. You will be around the 1-to-1, right? But again, we're on the 15-minute, right? Let's go up to the 4-hour time frame. Let's delete this, right? Look, we have structure up here. Now, if we go, is this the 4-hour? Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's go to the daily real quick. We have a daily starting point right here, I believe. On trading view, it looks a little okay. Yeah, we do have a break and close below, right? We have a breakout rally to the downside right here, which means we have a starting point right here on the daily time frame. That's a starting point, a selling starting point. Now let's drop down to the daily. Maybe we can make that a little tighter. Where do we see a breakout rally to the downside? Boom, right here. So we can go ahead and narrow that down. Boom. Now we have a 4-hour starting point. So look, there's a possibility this move can give us this right here. And even that's a 1 to 2. But look, guys, let's go to the weekly time frame. Is gold bullish or is gold bearish right now?
It's bullish.
It's very bullish, right? So don't be surprised. Do not be surprised, guys, because look, let's look at the structure. Let's look at the structure. Everybody is looking for massive sales within this area to happen, right? But look at this area, guys. We have a liquidity. We don't have a BOS. It's more of a liquidity sweep. But do we have a change of character to the downside?
No.
No. So should we be looking for crazy massive sales like that?
No.
No. So don't be surprised, guys, if the market continues to run and it takes out these highs. Do not be surprised. what I am going to do is I'm going to look and see if market will respect this zone and break down. And if this happens, well, then possibly look for sales, right? But if it doesn't do anything like that, do not be surprised, guys, if we continue to run here. Does that make sense? So even though it started off as a 1-to-1, it's a pretty decent 1-to-3, 1-to-4, almost, right? So pretty fire, in my opinion. The setup would be this now. It's not too bad, right? Not too bad. And depending on what size of account you guys are playing with on fundeds, 1-to-1s aren't that bad when you start leveraging decent lots. I promise you, right? I promise you. So 1-to-1s, 1-to-2s, you could partial out. So breakout rally, is everyone buying? That's a great question. Let me go ahead and clarify. Right? Let me go ahead and clarify. Right? So you see how we have a no, you're totally fine, bro. I just want to clarify, right? Because a lot of people have the same question as you. You're gonna see this breakout rally, right? Market starting to go, and most people are gonna say buy right here. But that's not what we want to do. We want to find the breakout rally. So once we find the breakout rally, find that last selling candle before the breakout, which is right here. And then what we want to do is we want to wait right here for my buys, and we'll take buys there. Does that make sense, bro? So even though the breakout rally tells us we're looking for buys, we still have to wait for our zones to be touched. Does that make sense?
Benny, why is the stop loss so large? Like, are we going under that starting point all the way down to the wick, or?
Yep, that's what it is, bro. If it's not something you like, then you just got to skip out, because that's exactly what market gave us.
Okay, so even if it goes past the starting point, you could still take it.
Yes, because market never broke and closed below. Let me see what time is it?
Okay, got it.
Yeah, because market never broke and closed below and violated. Nah, we're still looking for buys, right? Especially when it's news, you can almost expect this to happen, right? When it's news, like, don't be in a rush to throw down a heavy lot. Trust me, bro. Like, this will happen. You'll take a loss. You're gonna lose more than what you expected, and you're like, damn, bro, I don't even want to enter another one, right? Even though the market already gave you confirmation, because if market really would have said, no, we're not buying today, this is what would have happened. Boom, market starts to head down, and we break and close below. Buys are no longer in order, right? So this we go, this is what I like to do with head and shoulders as well, right? Even if the market hits my stop loss, does the market break and close below my setup, or does it stay within my setup? If it stays within, we can continue to look for that direction. Does that make sense? So that's
Yeah.
very important, bro. Very important when it comes to Newswicks. But any questions?
But what if you're in a trade with a stop loss on? Doesn't it kick you out, even if
Oh yeah, you're definitely taking that loss. You're gonna take that first loss like a boss. Got to. Yeah, like, your stop loss should definitely be here. And this wick that market dropped down, that definitely hit stop. You took a loss, right?
Okay.
That's why my first touch is always a test trade, especially on news days, guys. Like, I can't even stress that enough. On news days, it's okay to throw down a small lot and maybe even wait for the confirmation, right? This 15-minute, let's see the 5. Right now, that 15 looks a lot cleaner. This 15-minute, that was my confirmation, because we actually broke and closed above. Boom, news hit. I mean, nothing we can do about that. Took a small loss, right? But and then we can get into a heavier lot right here and take that thing up in the direction you want it to go. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And for this market, this just looks kind of ugly, to be honest. And honestly, when you're trading commodities and indices and things like that, you're trading, you guys got to remember, like, commodities, big dogs are playing with commodities. People are throwing in, You know, millionaires and billionaires are buying gold and silver all the time, right? So big dogs are making these things happen. Not only that, banks are indulging in this as well. So when you guys see this, dude, don't be afraid. Just understand how to get back in, right? I can't stress that enough, right? But when you play with some forex pairs, a lot of it won't be as dirty as that. You know, not all the time, not all the time. They won't be as dirty. Let's see.
So Vinny, I have a
What's
question.
up? Oh yeah, what's up? What's up?
So right there on that starting point, can we prepare like our left shoulder in preparation for the next move?
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's good eyes, bro. Let's see. So I kind of like the 4 hour zone. I kind of like this 4 hour zone. Or let's see. No, let's play with this. This is the new starting point right here, anyways. We could see that we broke and closed above.
Hmm.
Oops. Not only that, it consolidated as well. Consolidation, right? We went for that starting point on this side, got clapped, and then we made a new setup, right? So we can go ahead and have a starting point right here, along with the head and shoulder. With my stop loss at the low. That's a big zone, but it is what it is. Now, if you don't like that, what we can do is mark up your zones when the market comes down. Mark it up your BOSs when the market comes down, because it'll tell you when it's ready. BOS. Oh my goodness. That was news this morning. Yep, Ira. That was NFP, I believe it was. BOS. Now I need my change of character line. I need this. So as soon as market breaks and closes above, giving me a new head and shoulder, we can take this setup right here. Now with this wick, this is anytime you see a wick like that, guys, and it's nothing you like, well then, you know, we have to take this route. We have to take this route, guys. Does that make sense? And now your odds become a lot better. I'm sorry, Vinny, how do you get that smaller zone? This one right here or the red one? I'm guessing you're talking about the red one. The red one? Yeah, the red one was my shoulder. The red one was my shoulder. So anytime I see consolidation, right, liquidity being built up, as soon as we change character, I mark up this zone from wick to body, and that's my shoulder zone. That's my head and shoulder. So we can see this is my head, shoulder, and I need for market to come give me a right shoulder. So could we buy a percentage or a full buy percentage? At this point, yes. Once we get that head and shoulder in this area, we can now throw down at least 1% minimum, right? I don't like to throw down any more than 1% because you really don't need to, right? Anytime you want to throw down more than 1%, usually you don't have a lot of capital, right? And that's nothing to knock because we all start somewhere, but you try to make money a lot faster than you should be. And then that's when things go wrong. You take one or two losses and now your account's in a little hole and you got to get your way out of it. So we by 1%. So anytime, and it's a lot easier, guys, right? So this is why we focus on the studying and focusing on understanding the concept, because once you guys could do this with demos and you guys flip demos and you start growing your demo accounts, just imagine how you can translate that to a funded when you actually can have capital, right? So I mean, 1% may not mean anything with $100 or $1,000, but when you start playing with 100K or plus, that 1% starts to look a little sweeter. You're not afraid to just boom 1%. Anything more than that, you're just asking for too much, and you're starting to get greedy. You know what I'm saying? So with forex, bro, it's all about what's in your account, right? So we're risking 1% of our account on a trade. So we're not buying shares. We don't buy shares when we leverage trade in forex. We're buying price pretty much in our trading account, right? So if you have a MT5 or trade locker, we're pretty much buying price, right? So yes, exactly, exactly, right? So that's what I'm saying. You know, when you have a smaller account, it's not as sexy to risk 1%. But when you take the strategy and you master it, imagine taking that to $100,000 funded account. You know what I'm saying? Now that 1% starts to look a little sweeter, right? So just keep that in mind, guys. Understand the strategy and then take it and do damage. Do absolute damage, guys. Let's look at USDCAD. I've been waiting for a zone for a long minute. Let's actually go to gold and see if we can save that, actually. I didn't even save it. I don't mind, man. Let's see. Let's go to USDCAD. We'll freshen this thing up. Oh, snap. That one scared me. All right, look at this, guys. This USDCAD is nothing special right now, in my opinion. Why? Because it's been consolidating for a good while, in my opinion. Oh my goodness, it's lagging the load, ain't you? Look at this, guys. How many of you guys have been trying to trade USDCAD? How many of you got? Hey, don't lie. Don't be lying. Hey, how many of y'all been trying to trade USDCAD? Be real. Be real. Look at guys. You're my liquidity right now. I haven't traded USDCAD in in 63 days. And everybody who has been participating on the 5 minute, the 1 minute, 15, 1 hour. I'm not saying you can't catch moves because you can. And y'all part of Powerhouse, so I know you can, right? What's the US dollar? Yes, exactly. US dollar against the Canadian dollar, right? And I know you can catch trades. But look, guys, is this awesome market structure to trade in? Or is that consolidation? What is this, guys? Unmute. I know we got some bets, bro. I know we got
Consolidation.
some bets. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's consolidation. Yes, Etney. Yes, it's consolidation. Consolidation is the oh, I'm sorry. Consolidation is when the market moves from left to right, right? When market's going up, this is called an uptrend. When the market's moving down, this is called a downtrend. And we go over all this in the basic videos that we have for you guys in the 90-day, right? So if you just got to watch that and you'll be up to par, right? And consolidation is when the market is moving sideways. So when the market is moving sideways, guys, this isn't the best time to trade, right? When you see the market is moving sideways, something big is going to happen. Okay, I was just making sure, right? When you see this, something big is going to happen, right? So look at this. The market is going sideways, which means the market is building liquidity. Does anybody know what liquidity is? What is liquidity, guys? Do you know? Liquidity and consolidation, same thing, right? It is a buildup of money. It is money being built up. This right here is literally a pool full of money, bro. It's a liquidity pool. There is nothing but money being built up in here, guys. So if anybody is participating in this in the last 63 days, you guys have been building up liquidity for the banks, right? And a lot of you guys aren't going to see this on the 1 hour. If we look at this on the 1 hour, we see some pretty decent structure, right? I can't lie. Oh, dang. Right? A lot of this structure looks pretty nice, right? I can't lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and lie that I wasn't tempted to take trades off of this, but I have to mature as a trader and tell myself something bigger is coming, right? If you're on the 5 minute, let's go to the 5 minute. Oh, my computer is lagging. Oh, my shit lagging, boy. Dang, if my computer explodes, I'll be on my tablet, bro. Don't go away. Oh, look, you see that? Look, if you're on the 5 minute, of course there's going to be structure for you to take. Yes, it's going to, something massive is going to happen. Look at guys, starting point moves. I'm not saying you guys can't catch this. Look at this, breakout to the downside, right? Breakout rally. Look at this, last buying candle before the breakout. That's a nice sell opportunity on the 5 minute. I'm not saying there's not opportunities, but what I am saying is you must jump up a time frame or two to see what is actually happening on the bigger scale of things, right? A lot of the times when the market, when the computer turns on and you look at charts, it looks like this. You can't even see the bigger picture. A lot of you guys have time, like you guys struggle zooming out, and you guys are missing a lot of this. Let's actually go to the daily time frame. Ooh, my computer's working, boy. All right, so look, let's go ahead and delete this. Now, we can see here. Let's go to the weekly. Oh, this looks pretty ugly on levels, but no worries. Look at this, guys. Are we in an uptrend or are we in a downtrend right now?
Uptrend.
We going up on a Tuesday, bro. It's in an uptrend, right? So look at this. Look at this, guys. Y'all think I'm gonna be lying to y'all? I know y'all be like, bro, Vinny be talking a good talk. I'm not, bro. I promise you. I promise you. I study just like you guys do. Look at this, guys. We get a break of structure to the upside, right? Look at this massive breakout rally to the upside. We get a bullish BOS. Oh, now it wants to be all small. Boom. So let's go ahead. Blue arrows. Let's see if it'll pop up. Boom. That's my starting point, right? We mark this thing up. That's your buy zone right there. Right? That's your buy zone. But look at this, guys. Let's take a look at this. Market isn't always going to be pretty. So I'm going to have access to this later. Yes, sir. What did you select, bro? You have access to this if you got the Forex pack. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got this for sure. But look at this, guys. It's not going to be pretty all the time. But look, we have liquidity being built up right here, guys. We have consolidation. Moving off this uptrend support. Uptrend support. And then what happens? Massive drop down. And then we immediately reverse. Right? So let's see if we even break and close above this. I think we do. Boom. Guys, that's not a crazy change of character, but that's a change of character. That's a change of direction. So look at this. My shoulder from the lowest wick to the closest body, which is right here. That's my shoulder zone. I'm not going to take any guesses on the inside. I know this right here is my shoulder. Don't get fooled with the inside. That's my shoulder. So I believe we called buys down here a couple months back. I think Neri was looking for buys down here as well. And we were all looking for buys down here, right? So if anybody got down here, this is a massive swing. Shoulders are setups. Shoulders are the setups and the down. And I'm sorry. Shoulders are the ups and the downs, and then the way up. Yes, sir. Look at this, guys. We're already at a 1 to 3. Already at a 1 to 3. This is solid, bro. We're up right now, right? We're up right now. But look, guys, look at this. Check this out. Check this out, guys. Let's drop down. We have a break of structure right here with a new starting point right there. So the market's chilling in that area, right? So let's drop down the daily 4 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's see. So look, guys, on that weekly, this is that candle, right? Big ass candle. But look at this. I could shrink that down to this starting point. Boom. So look, we have a reaction off of that. We called buys here a couple weeks ago, and we got a nice reaction off of that. But look, there's one area that I've been eyeballing. There's one area that I've been eyeballing, and it's this one right here. We have lower low, lower high. We go lower, and then we change character, right? So we have a shoulder right there. And I love shoulders, bro. Like, I know I can take a starting point shoulder or a starting point entry, but I know the real big moves and the smackers are the right shoulders, right? So look at this, guys. We're chilling, consolidating right above that starting point. This starting point is holding down consolidation. All of this has been held down by this starting point, right? But look, guys, we have a fire shoulder right there. I'm looking to take some buy opportunities right here and continue up higher. Even to right here. At least to right there. That's already a 1 to 5. Right? If you like to come in deeper into the shoulder, that's a 1 to 6.5. So this zone, how do you find the wicks? Are they generated randomly or by luck? No, the candles make these wicks. So look at this, bro. At one point, this large wick right here was a full candle. This green candle, even though it looks small, it used to look like this. And then you know what happened, bro? It crawled right back up and it left its history. So all a wick is history of where the candle went. Same with this candle. Notice it went all the way down here. And then what happened? It made a small, bro. No one has respect for that candle, bro. Look how small that candle is, bro. It went all the way down here and then closed right there, bro. Did nothing. Just created liquidity. That's all it did. All it did. All of this stuff right here, all of these red candles pushed higher. Every single one. This one went way up here, closed down here. This one went way up here, closed down here. This one went way up here, closed down here. This one went way up here, closed down here. Does that make sense, bro? So the candles will make these things. What's up, bro? Ask your question. Oh, nice. Yes, sir. Yeah, so the candles make this, and this will happen on every time frame. 1 hour time frame. Right? Lower time frames will have less dramatic, right? Wicks, but same thing. This candle right here, this little one, it used to look like this. Boom, dropped all the way down here. Then you know what happened? It crawled right back up and it left its history. So now I know that this candle went all the way down here and it can't even hide or lie to me. Does that make sense, bro? Oh, that's stupid nasty. That's nasty. So this candle right here was once all the way down here and it looked like this, bro. Imagine seeing this wick, this candle, and you're like, holy shit, the market is going bananas, right? And then what happens? Crawls right back up. You're like, oh, bro, that was nothing. That was nothing, bro. Why am I like all emotional right now? Oh yeah, for sure. That could have been a huge loss if you're looking for buys there, right? But look at this. Let me tell you why we should have been looking for sells. Oh my goodness. Look at this. And again, I didn't even trade within this consolidation, but look at how we break structure, right? You see how we have a rally of candles to the downside? So again, we had a rally here, and a lot of people are going to look at this first rally. Oh yeah, 100% or break your nerves. You see how we see this first rally? This isn't the starting point, right? That didn't break and close below. Notice how it rejected off this zone, right? Gave itself a chance to get momentum, and then boom, massive break. So my starting point is actually right here. Oops. Boom. So notice this was news too. That was news too. So your setup could have looked like this. Entry at the top, stop loss at the entry at the top. Entry at first touch, stop loss at the top, minimum 1 to 3. That's a win. You know who called this out? Long called this out. Long, are you on this call? Long called this out in the levels chat. Right? So guys, we have a lot of hitters in Powerhouse. If you guys see people sending out charts, take a look at it. Make sure it has your confirmations as well, and take it, right? Take it. Risk properly. Don't over leverage. We have a lot of hitters in these chats, guys. He sent this out in the levels chat, and boy, that was a nice 1 to 6 for sure. But I know he only took a 1 to 3, which is all you need. And that was a nice smack. So Long, shout out to you, bro. You've been killing it. Continue to do what you do, brother. But guys, do we have any questions before we end the night? Any questions before we end the night? Again, I'm looking for buys right here. My alert is already set. Successfully saved. Boom. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now, bro. It'll be 3 years on September 29th. Yes, sir. September 29th. I actually just checked like a week ago because I was even interested. I was like, bro, when did I start? I've been telling everybody like 3 years. I was like, oh, dang. I didn't even know. Yeah, it's going to be 3 years soon. Thank you for understanding. Oh, I got you guys. I got you. You doing first touch or 50% on this trade? I always do first touch, bro. I always do the first touch. I'm not a full-time trader yet. And not yet. I feel like I could be. I like cutting hair. So it actually helped me a lot. It gives me, it's like my little away time. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of pendings. So yeah, this trade right here is actually already in my pending. I already have this in my broker right now. Let me see. Pending USDCAD. Let's see. Yeah, it's already in there. It's in there already. So I'm just waiting for market to hit. I have alerts already set right here. So I'll be notified as soon as market wants to go ahead and enter my zone. Boom. No, I do calls every Monday and Friday, bro. 8 p.m. PST. If you're not in the PST, well then just check the flyer that was dropped today and have alert set. Right. Let's see. Do you calls? Are you a full-time trader? 50%. Oh no, yeah. So I always do first touch, bro. So anytime, and again, these are all test trades. Just because I'm looking for a massive reaction, just because I'm looking for this move here, does not mean I've entered daddy lots yet. I haven't, guys. I haven't. I'm in test. I put test trades in. That's how I can put trades in, totally forget about them, and I'll see the chats in blues on USDCAD, and I'm like, oh shit, let me see. And I'm in blues, right? What's first touch? So much terms I'm trying to learn. Okay, got you. So the first touch is as soon as market touches this, the very first time the market touches this, I'm in a trade, right? The first touch. Now, some people like to enter at that first touch, and some people like to enter at the 50% of that zone. Does that make sense? So for me, I want to enter as soon as it touches. Boom, enters. Now, sometimes that can give me drawdown, right? I enter, maybe it goes my way a little bit, and then it goes a little lower, picks up Miguel, Krista, and everybody else, and then it wants to go my way. Bro, can you explain where you would enter your standard position after the market touches your zone? Yeah, we went over that at the beginning, and I'll go over this again right now before we end the call. Right, so again, as soon as market touches my zone, I'm in. But guys, I have to mark up and identify the market structure. So boom, we have a break of structure right there. Boom. BOS to the downside. BOS to the downside. Bottom. Make this red. Market continues to go down. Boom. I'm already entered on a test trade. Right now, as soon as market wants to go ahead and break and close above this line, Adolfo, as soon as market wants to go ahead and give me that change of character, boom. So now once I get that change of direction, this now tells me the buys are now in order. Does this make sense, bro? So once we get this, I want to enter off this area. This is my shoulder area. We'll go ahead, enter our big lot, the lot that fits our trading account. I'm not trying to have you throw standards, right? The lot that fits your trading account. And we take it up. Right? If you missed that, make sure you check the recording on YouTube a little later tonight or tomorrow. Right? I took my time and I drew you guys a good example before the call. But yes, sir. Any questions, guys, before we end the night? Let me know. Let me know. I got you, Antonio. Fire, Brody. Fire. Yeah. I'll post it in a little bit. Zoom has to send me the recording, and I'll go ahead and post it, and I will send it into the Powerhouse Funding chat. So make sure you guys have that turned on. Guys, those chats should not be muted. Those chats are there for literally to help you guys. So make sure your funding Powerhouse chat is unmuted, and I will put that in there, and you will be notified. Awesome, guys. I appreciate you guys for hopping on. Make sure you guys, I got you. Make sure you guys back test. Look at charts, mark up, guys. Take the time to take the notes, right? At least, minimum. Take the time to take good notes, because when you are trading, guys, you want the blueprint on you. I literally cannot stress that enough. If you can just take a couple losses out of your history, you're trying to remember everything I said, guys, just put it down on paper, have it in front of you, and you got the answers to the test. Trading is an open book test, right? So with that being said, guys, I will see you guys on Monday. Thank you guys for hopping on. Peace and love, and I will see you guys. Peace out.